What's good, y'all? And welcome back, man. It is your boy Trouble J in the building, man. It is 2025, man. The first stream of 2025. Time out with Trouble, aka Time Out Tonight. We here, man. You know what I'm saying? A brand new year. Casual conversations across the nation, cool vibes weekly. If you know, then you know. If you've been rocking with me from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? We back at it again, y'all. It's another year ahead. I got a lot to get into, a lot to discuss. You feel me? The good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? We here for another one, man. Make sure y'all tuned in right now. For anybody that's checking out the stream right now, man, on Facebook, follow me right now. Young Smooth Young on Twitch. Trouble J Music on Twitch, man, and also on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. Right now, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe right now. Devoted Dreamers with a Z. Make sure you put a Z on the end of that bad boy. You feel what I'm saying? If you know, then you know. You know what I mean? Because we got a lot to get into. Y'all already know. As you can see, man, by the intro too as well, man. Worldwide phenomenon. You know, I've been a fan of the show for a long time. So if you know, then you know already, man. Squid Game season 2 was released. I had to wait for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is when it comes to these shows and dynamics. I ain't want to talk about it too early. You know what I'm saying? Let everything play out. Let people watch the show. See how they vibe with it the whole nine. And we finally here to discuss it, man. You feel what I'm saying? Because it has been announced that season 3 is coming. I had my takes on the show from the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? I'm one of the folks specifically, if you know, then you know exactly what I'm finna say. You feel me? I was tuned in 12 a.m. as soon as it dropped. It's been out for a couple of weeks now, you know what I'm saying? If you know, then you know. And phenomenal show, man. Always cliffhangers. Never been a series, I feel like that hasn't been a cliffhanger, especially, you know what I'm saying, a show of this magnitude. And they came out, you know what I'm saying, guns blazing for sure. If you know, then you know. You know what I'm saying? The main character of the show, if y'all already know, won the show, won the money. But as I be trying to tell people every time, you feel what I'm saying, they don't really change the perspective of your life. And if you know from season 1, you feel what I'm saying, a lot of people lost their life in this series of games, you know what I'm saying, because everybody going into this whole dynamic of, you know, they got a debt, you know what I'm saying, to society. They got a lot of different things that they got going on. And the challenge is to make it through these games to be the last man standing. Or in some cases, if you already know, everybody walk away, you know what I'm saying, with a cut of the money in the games. The crazy part is, man, regardless of whether y'all believe it or not, man, it's a lot about what the true society is today. You always gonna have people on both sides of the fence, no matter if it's for the greater good of certain things or not. And that's the crazy part. If you paid attention to anything on this show specifically, please understand that aspect completely of what I'm talking about, of understanding that, hey, everybody is not for, I want to say, you know what I'm saying, the best interest of each other. Some people are only for the best interest of themselves. With that being said, you feel me? You see, again, it was a challenge in season 2 of Squid Games. Crazy part is, I thought my boy was finna come out on top. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was finna flip the script on it. Once they had the front man, once the front man joined the games, I knew, you know what I'm saying, it was going left field there. I knew it was going left field because the one thing that I felt like they did in both season 1 and season 2 of the series, y'all, the one thing they did, they threw a wrench in it both times. To find out that the old man was running the games at first from season 1, and he was in there the whole time. Once the front man joined that bad boy, you feel what I'm saying? And he was there and he had to press the button to see if they was gonna go home or not. I already knew, man. I knew it was gonna be a game changer from there because everybody that watched the show already know, you know what I'm saying? It ain't cut and dry. It's always gonna be, you know what I'm saying, a cliffhanger in that bad boy. And the whole time, I mean, he finessing the whole time. But I will say this. There was a lot of conspiracy theories about the show. And you know what I'm saying, what's coming up on season 3 and about like a lot of the major cast members. I'm not gonna lie, they fire. They was definitely fire because if you know that you know what I'm saying, a few of them too about the old lady and the son that she may actually be one of the ringleaders. Leonardo DiCaprio supposed to be in there, you know what I'm saying, in season 3. So if you know, y'all, I know y'all gonna be looking forward to that too as well. Supposedly, you know what I'm saying, the front man and the main character both supposed to be brothers secretly. You know, you got to pay attention to detail. I know some people just watch the shows and some people do deep dives, but if you pay attention to the details, you know, supposedly the cop is the half brother, you know what I'm saying, and the main character and the front man supposed to be real brothers, the whole milk dynamic, and you feel me, just the whole manipulation aspect. Because if you notice, he didn't kill him. He didn't get rid of him. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't do that. If y'all made it all the way to the end, spoiler alert, if you didn't already too, him and his best friend, you know what I'm saying, that was finna take over. They made it back to the facility and all that. They was planning to take over. They had the front man, you know what I'm saying, full-fledged with them too as well. Thought they was gonna take over. Man, they got stopped at the steps, man. Stopped at the steps. The front man flipped on them, you know, shot 2 of his guys that was helping out. They end up confronting. We don't know though. That's the thing. I don't know. Because I will say this, you know what I'm saying? Once the front man went up the steps on there, it panned over kind of quick, you know what I'm saying, as far as like with the front man dressed up. I don't know if he was able to switch that quick because again, if y'all was paying attention, it was 2 guys on there. It was the front man when he joined the game, and then there was another guy that filled in for him, you know what I'm saying, in the meantime. So realistically, we don't know, you know what I'm saying, who that person really is. And we don't know if the dynamic of the show is going to change, you know, and they still going to join together. We don't know. But I will say it was exciting to see that. I'm not going to lie. Interesting characters this time around for season 2. You know what I'm saying? I will say that. I wasn't really sure about certain aspects of it because the thing is that I had to realize, y'all, you can't duplicate a lot of stuff sometimes when you're creating these shows because certain dynamics, when you do different series, when you do different, you know what I'm saying, when they come out in different eras too, because you got to remember at the time when Squid Game Part 1 came out, you know, at that time and the characters that they had, it fit that mold. But then also, you know what I'm saying, we was unaware of those type of characters. So when it comes down to it, it'd be hard to duplicate that. Now, did they have some good new pieces? You know what I'm saying, in season 2, like Thanos, that was a good character. I like that character in there. You feel what I'm saying? Thanos was a good character for sure. The mother and her son, that was a fly one. The front man being in there, that was a dope one too. It was a lot of characters, man. It was a lot of characters that I felt like fit the script for like the new era. Because you got to remember, once he won the game and he went back, my expectation already was to know and understand that there had to be a new, you know, mix of characters and character development and, you know what I'm saying, introducing new folks because y'all watched all the way through all the characters, even the key characters from the first season. That was dope that we grew to love, you know what I'm saying? Even him and his homeboy at the last part when they had to play the actual Squid Game, but then none of them survived. So of course y'all got to know and understand that going into season 2. That was gonna bring back fresh characters. You feel me? It was only right. Come on now. But they did good on it. I would say that they did good on the character development. You feel what I'm saying? And putting that dynamic in. Now the thing is, which I really want to know too, because it made it fly for real from what they were saying, was ultimately right. Are they all related in some type of way? Because it's gonna flip the script in so many ways. Because season 2, the mother was still talking about how the father was missing, and the old man was there in season 1. And on top of that, the front man too was there when he saw him at the hospital in the penthouse. The front man was there too, as well as the main character. You feel me? So when I'm sitting back thinking about it, bro, what we think probably gonna be in season 3 is probably 10 times more dynamic than what we can even envision. Because I know for a fact it's gonna be a loophole somewhere in the show to where you thinking that it's gonna end like this character gonna win, that person, you don't know. Because that Jack and Jill cliffhanger that they throw on that fire. The games is crazy, period. And that's the cool part that you feel what I'm saying. I will say that I like about Squid Game is the creativity, bruh. And the fact that it's literally a life or death game for real. Like literally. The merry-go-round joint, you know what I'm saying? And then you had to go into a room with the numbers on it. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to remember the podcast, but shouts out to them because he had a dope like scenario of like how all the games that they play resemble gambling. You feel what I'm saying? Gambling in some aspect, which made sense. And that merry-go-round game with the Russian roulette or playing roulette, you feel what I'm saying? It made sense, bro. Every time the merry-go-round went around, and you had to stop. You had to choose the door in each of the rooms, and that number had to match up every time you did it. And obviously it got a little more challenging, you know what I'm saying, towards the end, but that was a cool ass game. I'm not gonna lie. Like if somebody looking to be entertained, you feel what I'm saying? I see it. Not for like the bigger picture of it, because I mean the whole VIPs and all that, which we ain't really see too much in season 2, is wild. Like the fact that they orchestrating all this, but it made sense, you feel what I'm saying, for that particular game. The one when they was tied up too, I think like the relay when they did, when you had to play like 4 or 5 games to win 2. It was dope. Red light, green light was a classic. Because I feel like for folks that might, if you didn't catch the first season, you always got to refresh and revamp somebody when you go into a series or you go into a show. And they did that good by bringing back red light, green light first. Of course, everything changed after that, but they had to bring red light, green light back first to bring in the new fans, to satisfy the existing fans. You feel what I'm saying? And just that crossover, like I said, with new characters and certain people too. So I like that. The Jack and Jill one is still a cliffhanger because I don't know. I don't know what the other boy is on there for Jack and Jill, like what he supposed to represent in this season 3 for the new game. But it goes to show y'all, man, like, is it really about the values in life? Is it really about the morals? Is it really about the money? Like, what are you really driven on? Because this show is bigger than just, you know what I'm saying, playing games and watching people make it and not make it. Y'all got to pay attention, man. Even the recruiter part was crazy. And he was locked in on that too. That although the dynamic, you know what I'm saying, seemed like evil intent, the lottery ticket and the food was crazy, man. And I know a lot of y'all locked in on that to understand that part. To give the option to do this or that, but then you knowing for a fact, society-wise, the option that most people gonna pick. And that's the scary part. Like, yeah, at one point, man, they literally in there, y'all, in the chambers, really arguing over if they're gonna end the games or not, knowing that everybody wasn't gonna be able to make it. That's the crazy part that, you know what I'm saying, make you scratch your head to a degree. when you checking out a show like this of being like, damn, even after they played red light, green light and went into the room and had to decide if they was gonna stop the games or not. The crazy part was that it was still folks in there, y'all. It was still folks in there. Hold on real quick. It was still folks in there, y'all, that still chose. My bad. That still chose to stay in the game. Still chose to play because at the end of the day, that greed that they have for that money and you know what I'm saying, to get they self right, you know, to figure that they was gonna change their life, whatever the case may be, they just was not going with the fact of getting back out there into the world and trying to figure it out. Because the crazy part is, you're right, a lot of them was set back already. That was the crazy part, y'all. A lot of them folks was already set back anyway in life. And the crazy part is that you would think that these people thought that, man, playing this game and dying in the game would be more better than going back like in the real world and dealing with the struggles and dealing with the debt and dealing with, you know what I'm saying, you know, the threats and stuff on their life that I was already dealing with, like in the real world. It's crazy. It's a wild concept. It's a wild concept. You feel me? But it's needed. It's needed, man. It's needed to watch the show because I keep telling you, it's a deeper message than what you think. It's way deeper than just the simple fact of the games. Even being somebody that want to be able to seek change in the world and make that impact. It goes to show you, man, because I was talking about that too, bro. I was wanting him to go back and say the games. You know what I'm saying? To stand up against. One second, y'all. One second.